company that Greenville has trusted for over 4 decades. Faulkner Fence, 864-271-4626 or online at FaulknerFenceCompany.com.
Hi, Furman fans. Dan Scott here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Greenville or on the other side of the world, globally or locally. UPS is building solutions to help businesses give their customers exactly what they want. More made easy. UPS, the official logistics company of Furman Athletics. Will Gaddis retires Michigan State in order in the top of the first inning. Now Alex Troop warming up for the bottom of the first. Left-hander, sophomore for the Spartans. And he is off to a great start so far. He is a pitcher, a first baseman, an outfielder. He's 6'5", 210 pounds from Batavia, Illinois. As mentioned earlier, 1-0 and even 2 earned run average on the season. 2 starts, 9 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. Has struck out 5, has yet to walk a hitter, and opponent's hitting .257 against him. He has hit a batter. When the two teams met a year ago and Michigan State won 15-8, it was Troop who came on and pitched 3 2/3 innings of one-hit shutout baseball to get the win for the Spartans. He'll face Carter Grote leading it off, and Carter checks his swing and takes it low. He struck out 5, only walked 1 in that relief appearance. Winds in the 1-0 pitch to Grote, swing and a foul at the plate, actually into the mid of the catcher, and it's a ball and a strike. Carter 310 with 4 RBIs. Leading it off, the 1-1. Low, 2 balls and a strike. Troop pitches from the extreme first base side of the rubber. And the lefty's 2-1 pitch on the way. Grounded foul towards Taylor Harbin in the third base coaching box. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grote to be followed by Landon Kay and Jake Crawford. Entire outfield in the sunshine. The right side of the infield, if they play back in the sunshine. Here's a chopper left side charging third baseman Bikina, running through from the grass, and he just got Carter Grote. 1 out, 5-3 on the putout. Defensively, Zach McGuire at first, Dan Durkin at second, Royce Ando at short, and Bikina, who just made the play, at third. Left to right in the outfield, Danny Gleaves, Brandon Hughes, and Dan Chmielewski. Matt Byers behind the plate. Here's Landon Kay, and he rifles one back through the middle into center field for a base hit. Over to cut it off the center fielder. And going into second base on the throwing error is Jake Crawford. He just reached out and punched one out into shallow right center field. Kay was on his way to third, and the throw by the right fielder Chmielewski on target, but it hit Landon as he slid in, ricocheted off, and rolled all the way over by the facing of the third base dugout. So that'll be an error on the right fielder. And the Paladins have him at second and third with with 1 out for Sky over the middle. That ended up providing a couple of big runs and a Furman win on his parents' 30th anniversary, and they were celebrating outside one of the luxury boxes here upstairs. Took the first pitch for a ball, and he waves at a changeup down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. 379 the average, a homer and 4 RBIs. And has a chance to add to that total right now. The corner infielders are in, the middle of the infield playing back. And Troop ready with the 1-1. Swing and a miss again. Same pitch, same spot, had him way out in front. Outside with a fastball, he didn't miss by much. 2-2. It's a replica of Fenway Park. So you've got the Green Monster 310 feet down the left field line. The difference, it's 30 feet here, 37 feet in Fenway. Deepest part of the ballpark, 420 feet to that corner out in the place where center starts to be. Scoring from third is Kay. It's 1-0 Paladins, and advancing to third is Crawford. That'll be an infield single and an RBI for Sky Overton for it. Lunging, he fell down on the outfield grass and had no play by the time he righted himself. Now quickly the pitching coach, Skylar Mead, jogging out to talk to his left-hander. He's joined by his entire infield and his catcher. But they have made some significant improvements to this ballpark, as if it wasn't beautiful enough already. One thing they've done, like Fenway, opening up this year for the first time, seating on top of the Green Monster. So people will be able to have that unique view. Brand new sign that says Greenville Drive that stretches about half the length of the building right in the middle. It really makes the entire building seem like it's part of this ballpark. Brandon Elmy takes a first pitch strike. Runners on the corners. 1 out, a run in. Elmy swings and he pops it up down the right field line. Chmielewski coming over. He overran the baseball and it drops. Scrambling into second base and just getting in ahead of the throw. I would imagine that'll be a base hit. Chmielewski coming in. And the first pitch to Cam Whitehead is strike one. Cam got his first day off behind the plate on Tuesday in the 7-4 win at USC Upstate. And he took a half swing and a fastball down and away and came up empty. He's behind no balls and 2 strikes. 333 average, 3 homers, 6 RBIs. They've done a lot more to this ballpark. We'll talk about it as we go on through the course of the broadcast. Kay's run an earned run now. Whitehead fights one off. Down and in, ricochets off the facing of the third base dugout out to Taylor Harbin, who will slip it in his back pocket. Did it into 2 runs. Left a couple on base. 1 ball, 1 strike. McGuire 406, a homer. He's knocked in 9, and he's behind a ball and 2 strikes now. As Gaddis delivered a good fastball in the outside corner. Right-hander rocks and fires. And there's a rocket back into deep left center field. On the run, going back is Overton, and it is gone. Gaddis makes a mistake on a 1-2 pitch. And the deepest part of left center was not enough to hold that one over the YMCA of Greenville sign. Second home run of the year for McGuire, and just like that, the Paladins lead is cut in half. It is 2-1. He got every last bit of that one. Here's Brandon Hughes, and he takes a strike on the outside corner. Hughes at 273 with 5 RBIs on the season. And there's strike 2 called. For Gaddis, that's the first home run he has allowed this season. Chopper, right side, back deep on the grass. And in the hole is Griffith, the second baseman, was playing him that way, and he throws him out, and there's 1 down. Got our email up and running. Would love to hear from you. FurmanBaseball@yahoo.com. FurmanBaseball@yahoo.com. Or if Twitter's your thing, Twitter handle is Dan Scott Show. After the daily radio and web show that I do. Send us a line if you're a Michigan State fan. Would love to hear from you as well. I'd like to play long-distance listener of the game, or viewer. Here's a smash by Ross Kelly, the DH, right at Crawford at third, who guns him out, and they are 2 down. So, again, that's FurmanBaseball@yahoo.com or on Twitter, Dan Scott Show. This is a Michigan State team, by the way, that came in through the first 7 games of the season swinging it as a team at .368. So they have been putting runs on the board. First pitch swinging by Dan Chmielewski, and he fouls it between the bag and coaching box down at first. We mentioned last weekend they took 2 of 3 from UNC Greensboro, which is picked, of course, to win the Southern Conference, 5-4 in the opener. And then the second game of the series, 22-16 last Saturday. Foul back to the screen, it's 0-2. And then Greensboro avoided the sweep with a 4-1 win on Sunday. Matter of fact, they won their first 6 games. That pitch just misses. Took a 4-game series from Abilene Christian, and in those 4 games scored 9, 9, 19, and 14. There's strike 3 called on the outside corner. And Chmielewski goes back to the dugout, bat in hand. And the inning is over. 2 punch-outs for Gaddis. They get a run on the leadoff solo homer off the bat of McGuire here in the second. Bottom of the second coming up. Paladins leading at 2-1. This is the Furman IMG Sports Network.
I was surprised recently when I learned that Americans spend $80 billion a year on illegal sports gambling. Sure, that's spread out over millions of gamblers, but still it makes you wonder where that money's coming from. Unfortunately, too often it's coming from money that was intended to buy groceries, pay the mortgage, or even put children through college. If gambling's had a negative impact on your life, call the SC Gambling Hotline toll-free at 877-452-5155. Help is confidential and available to
litter hotspots by calling the Litter Buster hotline at 1-877-7-LITTER or by using our Trash Tracker app.
No one trashes South Carolina. No one trashes my state.
Furman coming to bat, bottom of the second, leading 2-1. Floor field at the West End. Dan Scott with you here on the Furman IMG Sports Network. How many platforms are we on, you ask? Well, we've got our flagship 1440 AM on with us today. We've got Campus FM 95.9 FM. We are feeding the website via Stretch Audio at FurmanPaladins.com. We're on the TuneIn radio app. We're on the iHeart radio app. And, oh, by the way, live video stream via YouTube. You can't escape us. This broadcast is everywhere. Sims Griffith, Chadwick Word, Carter Grote, 8-9-1 against Alex Troop here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch, a ball to the 276 hitting Furman's second baseman. Has a homer and he's knocked in 5. Takes that one inside corner, a strike. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Already here in the first inning plus, we have seen that Troop loves to throw that changeup to right-handed hitters. Chopper over the mound towards the second baseman. Charging is Durkin, and he won't have a play. Once that ball cleared the mound, and it was the old Baltimore chop off of the area in front of the plate, way up into the air. Troop couldn't get it. Once it cleared him, there was virtually no chance for Durkin. That's another infield single for the Paladins. And Griffith, the leadoff base runner for Chadwick Word. Right-handed batting sophomore shortstop. Bikina will play a couple of steps inside the bag down at third. Word bunts that way and bunted it foul. Offered it a pitch over his head. And it cost him strike 1. That homer by McGuire, by the way, snap Will Gaddis' scoreless streak here at Fluor Field at 10 innings. Recall his final start of the year last year in the SoCon tournament through a complete game shutout. Word swinging this time, and he fouls it away down the right field side. Out of play, it's 0-2. And the first inning here today before the homing plus. Breaking ball down and in. And it's 1-2. Word a right-handed batter. Waiting, Troop delivers, and he chased one in the dirt. Strike three swinging, ball rolls up the first baseline, but of course with first base occupied, Word is out regardless. That's the second strikeout for Troop. First out of the inning, we go back to the top of the order for Carter Grote, who bounced out to the third baseman Bakina his first time. And he takes that one in the dirt, rolls a few feet up the first baseline. A nice stop by Byers behind the plate. No advancement by Griffith at first base. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the set and the 1-0. Nope, a throw to first base. And backhands first is Sims Griffith. Got this nice email from Samantha Gleaves, who signs herself sincerely the most supportive and proud sister of MSU Spartan Danny Gleaves. Says, thank you for streaming the game today. Will you be streaming all games this weekend? The video stream, yes, with commentary, but we'll explain. There's pitch high and away, 2-0 the count. Furman basketball begins play in the Southern Conference tournament in Asheville tomorrow, so priority-wise, that's where I will be. But we will have the live video stream only tomorrow with Scott Cole providing some commentary from Latham Stadium. And then if Furman wins basketball-wise tomorrow, I'll be back doing basketball in Asheville again on Sunday. Here's another throw to first base. And for the game here at 3 p.m., there will be video for Furman and PC. I can't say what will happen as far as Michigan State is concerned. I'm assuming, and you know what happens when you assume, that there will be some video streaming of those games. But I know just strictly from a Furman standpoint what our plans are. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Grote. Pitch, and he struck him out swinging. 91 miles an hour on that fastball. Here's strike one called to the right-handed batter. He swung at the first pitch his first time up. Two-one Furman. 1 on, 2 out here in the bottom of inning number 2, and they've got the runner picked off, Griffith, and the throw in the dirt causes shortstop to scoop and fall down, and before he could right himself and get the tag down, Griffith got into second base, so that'll be a stolen base because he was running. A heck of a pick by Royce Ando, the shortstop. If he doesn't get that, that ball goes screaming toward the left field corner. Kay takes it down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Samantha, I know I didn't really help you any, but I'm not sure what the plans are. I'll do, though, I will try to find out. Strike 2 called on Kay on the inside corner. 1-2. So he's got him set up now to get a hit and strand a runner. 2 innings in the books. It is Furman 2, Michigan State 1. You're listening to Paladin Baseball on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
When it comes to commercial vehicles, break through the clutter with a new Sprinter Worker from Freightliner. Otherwise, your work van isn't getting it done. The Sprinter Worker carries over 1.5 tons with over 300 cubic feet of space and unmatched safety. It starts at just $32,495 with a service interval of up to 20,000 miles. Huge capacity, starting at just $32,495. From Christopher Trucks, Whitehorse at I-85, ChristopherTrucks.com.
Spirit Communications, built for your business and the upstate's choice for voice, data, internet, and fiber services. Let us show you the future with our cutting-edge, unified cloud-based products backed with live 24/7 customer support. Call 517-1200 or click spiritcom.com. Spirit Communications is a proud sponsor of Furman Athletics.
Spirit Communications, keeping you connected.
Top of the third inning, 8-9-1 for Michigan State. Matt Byers, the catcher, will lead it off against Will Gaddis. First pitch is down and in a ball. Byers, 321, a homer and 6 RBIs. The 1-0. Strike called on the outside corner. That registered at 94 on the radar gun here at the Old Ball Orchard. Gaddis working quickly. The 1-1. Bounce it up there. 2 balls and a strike. Good to hear from Rick Mullen. Nolan's dad said, I've got about 2.5 hours of driving left. Hopefully that'll be enough to get the complete game, and hopefully the Paladins win. Strike 2 called. It's 2-2. Driving south on I-75 in Florida. Drive safely, and thanks for tuning in. 2-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. Locked him up on the outside corner. That's 3 of them for Gaddis, and they've all been looking. 1 out, and here's Ando, the shortstop and number 9 hitter. Ando, a right-handed batter, and he takes a strike from Gaddis. 316 hitter. Sophomore. He swings and hits one to left field. Carter Grote almost misjudged it, had to turn on the jets going back and toward the corner, and as he got to the warning track, reached up and made the catch. So a fly ball to left for Ando. And now a 2 away. Here's Gleaves, who led off the game with a little pop towards first that Brandon Elmy, shielding his eyes from the sun, had to play it on a hop and barely beat Gleaves to first for the out. Freshman takes a big swing and he fouls it at his feet. In the batter's box, it's 0-1. So Gaddis trying for the 1-2-3 third. He got him in order in the first. Shows bunt, takes it outside a ball, 1-1. Gave up the solo homer to McGuire on a 1-2 pitch, leading off the second. And then retired the next 3. So 5 in a row he's sat down. And 9 of the first 10 that he's faced. Or, excuse me, 8 of the first 9. 2-1 the count. Pitching. Showed a bunt again. That cost him a strike. 2-2. Of course, this has become an annual stop for the Spartans for 2016. So they make it an annual pilgrimage here. payoff pitch, and he missed just low, ball 4. And they have a few fans who come with them. They have a few in the area. And, of course, this time of year, if you can get out of that part of the country and head south, what we are considering a little cold here today in the low 50s with the wind blowing, especially in the shade. It's a picnic for those from East Lansing. Here's Durkin, who bounced out to his opposite number at second, and he'll do it again. A runner left, middle of the third. 2-1 Furman on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
If you've been sidelined by an injury, the St. Francis Sports Medicine team is here 24/7 to get you back on the field. Our highly trained network of physicians, athletic trainers, and physical therapists treat all types of sports-related injuries, even those that don't occur from playing a sport. Call the St. Francis Hurt Line at 675-HURT for priority appointments or at-home advice. Again, that's 675-HURT.
There's a reason why year after year more people trust Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Sedan Joyner Realtors to get the job done. It's because we deliver the highest level of real estate services with the utmost integrity, quality, and professionalism. We love what we do, and it shows in every transaction. We've been the undisputed upstate market leader for over 20 years because we do what's right. We handle every transaction with a smile, and we're committed to making your home journey the best it can be. For your best move ever, contact Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Sedan Joyner Realtors today. Visit sedanjoyner.com and let's get started.
Don't say you love me.
Jake Crawford, Sky Overton, Brandon Elmy to apply their individual and collective talents against Alex Troop here in the bottom of the third inning. Furman leading 2-1. Crawford singled and scored in the 2-run first inning, and he swings and he hits this one. Diving stop by the third baseman on the line, and Marty Bikina is hurt. He dove, and it looks like he has injured his left wrist, his gloved hand. He rolled over immediately, made no effort to throw, has jumped up to his feet, shed the glove, and the trainer is out looking at him right now. I mean, it was obvious from the time he went down, making a great backhanded stab to save extra bases, that he was in some kind of significant pain. Maybe it wasn't the wrist. Maybe it was the shoulder or the elbow. Now he's flexing the arm. And he's giving some indication that he may be staying in this game. I would imagine that'll be the call of the trainer and head coach Jake Boss Jr. But, I mean, it was instantaneous. As soon as he hit the ground, you could tell that he was in pain. The trainer's having him lift both arms up over his head. They're checking the range of motion of his shoulder. He's windmilling the shoulder around. He takes his glove and says, "I'm staying in." So he gets a nice round of applause. See how that thing reacts as we move further into the game and it gets a little colder. Talking to Taylor Harbin, the Furman third base coach now. Taylor knows a thing or two about awkward landings, diving on the infield. So the Paladins with hit number 6 now. That's 2 of them for Crawford. And first pitch swinging, Overton grounds to short. That's trouble. 6-4-3. And that is a double play. And just like that, the base is empty and 2 down. Ando to Durkin to McGuire. That's the 10th double play Michigan State has turned. And for the Paladins, that is the 14th. Can you believe that? 14th already they've hit into as we play here in the 9th game of the year. Brandon Elmy takes a strike on the outside corner. He had a pop fly RBI single down the right field line his first time up. Gets an assist from the Sun because Jim Luskey, the right fielder, battling the Sun, overran it. No balls and 2 strikes to count. And Troop working quickly, pitching, and he struck him out swinging. Got him to chase a fastball well off the plate, down and away. That's 5 punch-outs for the sophomore left-hander. And we have completed 3 very quick innings here at Fluor Field at the west end of Greenville. Paladins continuing to lead it 2-1 here on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
You can party hardy at your next Paladin Tailgate Extravaganza with located.
1 run, 1 hit, and 2 errors. Trying to see where the second error came from. The only place I could figure is if they gave Jim Luskey an error on the ball that Elmy hit down the line. There's a swing and a miss by Bikina. He took a called 3rd strike his first time up. Let's see. And there's strike 2 called. No. Out in front of a breaking ball and just tapped it foul at the plate. Oh, I bet I know where the error came from. Instead of a stolen base for Griffith, they gave an error to the first baseman because a good throw to the shortstop on the pickoff would have gotten it. So that's where the second error is. 2 balls and 2 strikes in the pitch, and a smash back through the middle into center field, a base hit. Thought they had him struck out. He was behind 1-2, and Gaddis made a mistake with a pitch up. Right-handed batter. If you followed Furman baseball, that was something that Will did far too often as a freshman, getting ahead in the count 0-2, 1-2, and then giving up hits. Last year, on his way to becoming the SoCon Pitcher of the Year, he pretty much shut that down. McGuire swings at this one and skies it towards Sky Overton in center, who puts it away, and there's 1 out. So now Brandon Hughes. He bounced out to Griffith at second his first time. Mentioned that Jake Moss Jr. is in his 9th season. Ball in foul territory. Everybody is safe. Bikina comes around to third, and Hughes ends up at second base. That'll be a sacrifice and probably a throwing error on Gaddis because that ball kind of tailed into the helmet area of the runner Hughes. Let's see exactly how they score it. The error's already gone on the board, so it should be, in my estimation, a sacrifice and a throwing error. Brad Harker's going to come out, play here in Game 9. Michigan State has not been much better. The 2 that they've made in this game, that gives them 14 in their 8th game. So it is, as I suspected, a sacrifice bunt and an error on Will Gaddis. So tying run at third, go-ahead run at second, 1 down for Chad Roskelley, the field, except for Elmy at first. And Roskelley takes a strike. So they're going to give up the run to get ahead 0-2. 2-1 game, but Michigan State threatening here with a hit and an error, putting runners at second and third with one down. Ross Kelly in a deep hole at 0-2. Gaddis with the pause and the pitch. And he just missed with the fastball a little bit up. Tell you what, Gaddis reached back for a little more giddy up on that one. 95 on the floor field radar gun. The 1-2. And did it hit him or did it hit the knob of the bat? You'd love to have the strikeout, but now with the bases loaded, you had first base open, a ground ball at somebody. Got a chance to turn two and get out of the inning without a run scored. Chmielewski struck out looking his first time up, and he takes a breaking ball down and away from Gaddis. So a big-time opportunity for the Spartans. And advance Hughes to third, Ross Kelly to second, Chmielewski at first on the fielder's choice. And now 2/3 of the way home, all that stands between he and dancing off the hook is Matt Byers, who struck out looking, leading off the third. Right-handed batter, and the first pitch to him, swing and a miss. That's only the 56th pitch here in the fourth inning. And it's been this inning that's elevated it up to that point. The 0-1. Strike two call. Bottom of the fourth inning, still a 2-1 Furman lead as the Paladins come calling. They'll send 6, 7, and 8 Whitehead, Alley, and Griffith up against Alex Troop. So Will Gaddis able to pitch out of a bases-loaded one-out jam without a run scoring. And now the Furman offense try to solve this left-hander after getting the 2 runs, 1 unearned in the first inning. Troop has started to find his groove. He has struck out 5, has allowed an infield hit in each of the last 2 innings. First pitch to Cam Whitehead, a ball in the dirt. Cam struck out swinging his first time, and he takes that one outside, 2 balls and no strikes. This is where, as a right-handed hitter against a pitcher like Troop, you have to be careful. 2-0 fastball count, and he's liable to pull the string on you. Instead, he came with a fastball, and he fouled it off to the right toward the dugout. 89 miles an hour, 2-1 the count. Lefty winds and delivers, swing and a miss. There was the changeup. Had him way out in front. Pitch was in the dirt, 2-2. Troop has struck out 5, hasn't walked anybody. Popped it up foul, third base side. That'll drift into the seats, and Whitehead will hang around to see another pitch. Starting to talk about Jake Boss, the now 9th-year head coach of this Michigan State team last inning. Here's the 2-2. And he just missed with a breaking ball down, full count. At the end of last season, he had 264 wins in his first 8 years, and that's the most in any 8-year span in Michigan State history. Payoff pitch, and he fouls it off the bottom side of the roof, first base side. Got the overhang here that covers about half the seating area going down both sides. And that ball hit the underside of the roof. Payoff pitch again. And he walked in. That's a good plate appearance for Cam Whitehead. And he's a leadoff base runner. Furman's had the leadoff hitter on in now 3 straight innings. Ironically, the one inning they didn't get the leadoff man aboard, the first, is when they scored the 2 runs. Now Trent Alley, who popped out to the first baseman McGuire to end the first inning. So anyway, the 264 wins in the first 8 years, the most in any 8-year span. Bunt, first base side. That's a good one. McGuire gets it, throws to the pitcher covering, and just got Alley in a literally bang-bang play at first base. But the sacrifice works. 3-1 on the putout as Whitehead advances to second, and now Sims Griffith with a chance to deliver a run. He is their 16th coach, Boss is, in the 130-year history of baseball at Michigan State. And in his 8 seasons, each of the last 7, he's won at least 30 games. There's a strike called. They have become a regular factor in Big 12 play and went to the NCAA tournament back in 2012. Griffith, an infield single leading off the second inning, takes a strike from Troop, who now backs off and stares Whitehead back to the bag at second. So an opportunity for the Paladins here to get a run if they can get a hit. Breaking ball outside corner, a strike, and Griffith now in a big hole at 0-2. Chadwick Word on deck. Second baseman Durkin cheating close to the bag, trying to keep Whitehead close, and the fastball misses outside. Outfield is straight away. Infield is back all the way around. And again, a decent hole on the right side with Durkin trying to keep Whitehead close. The 1-2. Oh, he airmailed that one over the head of everybody. Hit the backstop on the fly and ricocheted back to Byers. But that got Whitehead into third. That is a big league wild pitch. And with the count even at 2-2, now run number 3 of the evening just 90 feet away. And the infield will come in a 2-1 ball game here in the 4th. 2-2 pitch to Griffith. And a chopper towards short, backhanded by Ando, looks Whitehead back and throws out Griffith, and the gamble to bring in the infield worked. 2 down. So now it's up to Chadwick Word with 2 outs. He struck out swinging his first time up. A very small sample size, but hitting .500 with 2 outs so far this season. Now to quantify how small of a sample size that is, you say? Well, he's 3 for 6. Took the first pitch of ball and a weak swing and a breaking ball in on the hands. Tied him up 1-1. Whitehead at third, 2 down. Furman trying to add to a 2-1 lead, and Word swings and hits it in the air. Back into right. Chmielewski, though, has it measured, puts it away, and the inning is over. So the threat wasn't nearly as large, but Furman, like Michigan State in the top of the inning, misses an opportunity in the bottom of the 4th. We remain locked in a 2-1 game. We'll be back after this on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Let me tell you something, Cowboy. This rookie can really bring the heat.
He's smoky and spicy with a Chipotle style all his own.
It's a new Montgomery Inn Chipotle barbecue sauce. Make it a part of your home team.
Available now at your neighborhood grocer or online at CincyFavorites.com.
When it comes to wings, what's your flavor? At the Wing Zone, 520 Mills Avenue in Greenville, answering that question could take a while. The Wing Zone has nearly 20 different flavors to choose from traditional buffalo to sweet barbecue to the hottest of the hot, Tokyo Dragon or Mango Fire. They even have dry rub flavors you're bound to enjoy. Tenders, fried shrimp, burgers, salad. The menu has it all, and everything can be infused with your favorite wing sauce. That's the Wing Zone, 520 Mills Avenue in Greenville. Order online at wingzone.com.
Top of the 5th coming up. Dan Scott with you here at Fluor Field at the West End. Furman leading Michigan State 2-1. And Will Gaddis just now beginning his warm-ups because Cam Whitehead was in the dugout getting his equipment on. Gives us a chance to look at the scoreboard. First, other games involving Southern Conference teams. Top of the 8th inning, George Washington batting in VMI, putting it all over GW. Keydets leading 10-0 in Lexington, Virginia. Top 6, East Tennessee State at Florida A&M. That game tied 3-3. Greensboro trailing, visiting Maryland Eastern Shore 3-1. Those Spartans batting bottom of the 6th inning. Bottom of the 4th, Western Carolina leading 3-2 at number 18 East Carolina. Here's the first pitch to Royce Ando, the number 9 hitter and shortstop, and he fouls it away. He flied to left his first time up. Top of the 3rd, Indiana batting, leading 6-0 at Samford. And there's a smash foul first base side. It's 0-2. Wofford a 2-0 lead at home over Pittsburgh. Top of the 4th inning there. Top of the 2nd, Citadel batting at Crosstown Cowles of Charleston, leading 1-0. And later on, Mercer at Austin P. That's the SoCon scoreboard. We'll get the Big Ten board loaded up here for you folks up in East Lansing. Pitch outside, 1-2. By the way, I just need to mention, was talking with your baseball SID, Zachary, earlier. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, a changeup. Took something off of that one. This is the second sport that we have met Furman and Michigan State in this athletic calendar year of 2016-17. Strike 3 swinging. Ando is gone. That is 5 of them now for Gaddis. 1 out, back to the top of the order for Gleaves, who's bounced out and walked in 2 times up. Paladins, of course, opened the football season at Michigan State back in early September and walked out of there in a very, very close game that we thought might be an indicator of the kind of season we were going to have. And it turned out not to be the case, and maybe was a little bit more of an indicator of the type of season that Michigan State was going to have, as Furman ended up being one of just 3 wins the Spartans would get. First pitch to Gleaves was a ball. That's a strike. It's 1-1. The point of all this, though, is that we had a phenomenal time there, and the folks in East Lansing at the football stadium couldn't have been nicer. Bunt out in front of the plate toward the mound. Cam Whitehead called off Gaddis, made the throw, but it wasn't in time, and Gleaves with a bunt single. Showing good wheels, and he's a 1-out base runner. But they were very, very accommodating. They were as nice as we here in the South like to think we are. We really, really enjoyed that trip. I will say 9 floors up, 9 stories up in a press box was pretty impressive for the broadcast booth. Runner goes, pitch is swung on and fouled back. Matter of fact, I think more than one person in our traveling party cracked off the old Tina Fey line impersonating Sarah Palin. I can see Russia from my house, or I can see Russia from the press box. It's an impressive stadium and good people. We really enjoyed it. The 0-1, runner not going, and he takes a strike. Does a left-handed batting Durkin. It's diving back to the bag. On the Big Ten scoreboard, a final, Iowa with a 7-6 win at against Hawaii up in Minneapolis, Minnesota at the Dairy Queen Classic. Here's a ball hit off the fist, foul past Graham Sykes, the third base coach. He'll somewhat painstakingly half lope, half jog to pick it up. Bottom of the 9th, Old Dominion batting, trailing Rutgers 8-5. Bottom 4, Maryland up 1-0 at Notre Dame. Here is the 0-2 pitch to Durkin on the way. And it's fouled out of play left side this time. We told you about Indiana leading at Samford down in Birmingham, 6-0, top of the third. And still to come, 6 o'clock, Ohio State at Campbell. 6:30, Illinois at Florida Atlantic. 7 o'clock, Purdue at Southeast Missouri State. And 7:30, Oral Roberts at Minnesota. 0-2 pitch again. And he hit him. Came down and in with a slider. And that's the second hit batter in as many innings for Will Gaddis. Gleaves will trot on down to first, or to second rather. Durkin at first, and they've got 2 on with 1 out. And the tying run in scoring position again. Marty Bikina, who singled leading off the 4th inning. Prior to that, had struck out looking. Other games coming up for Big Ten teams. 8:30 tonight, Nebraska at Oklahoma State. Michigan at UCLA at 9. Also at 9, Northwestern at Santa Clara. Trainer now, along with Jake Boss, going to go out and check on Dan Durkin, who was limping and flexing, did a little jog up the right field line, is still kind of flexing that right foot or right ankle area. I don't know if it got him on the top of the foot or on the instep or the inner portion of the ankle, but he's still limping and just jogging up the first baseline. So the trainer continuing to check on him. Gaddis, meanwhile, involved in a lengthy conversation with catcher Cam Whitehead and first baseman Brandon Elmy. And Durkin, the senior captain, I would imagine he's the kind of guy that you'd have to get a police escort to get him out of the game right now. He's in some kind of pain, though. He's bent over, hands on his knees, now straightens up and starts to take a lead. And Gaddis finds himself in some difficulty again. Here in the top of the 5th inning, 2 on, 1 out. And Bikina at the plate. Right-handed batter, wide open stance. And he takes it off the plate outside, ball 1. Last 2 innings. 4th inning in particular, Griffith will jog in from his position at second base to say something to Gaddis. Two-1 Paladins, but Michigan State threatening here in the top of the 5th. 2 on, 1 out. A 1-out bunt single, and then Durkin was hit by a pitch. A 1-2 count. Swinging at the 2-0 and fouling it out of play right side is Bikina. It's 2-1. Zach McGuire waiting on deck, the cleanup hitter. Paladins have out hit him 6-3. Each team has stranded 4. The 2-1. And it's popped up, foul, but out of play. To the right. And it's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. They are giving Bikina quite a bit of room out in right center field. Overton 4 or 5 steps towards left center. 2-2 pitch. And he popped him up. Left side of the infield, Crawford coming in on the grass. Third baseman puts it away, 2 down. Interestingly enough, whether it's tonight or sometime this weekend, we expect to see the Furman debut of right-hander Nick Verbeck. One of the transfers from Spartanburg Methodist Junior College. Here's the first pitch to McGuire, who's homered and flied to center. takes it high, ball one. Verbeck was on track to actually have, we're told, a weekend rotation spot before he started having issues with his arm, his shoulder area. The 1-0. Line drive, center field. Overton plays it on a hop. Rounding third and scoring is Gleaves, and we're all tied at 2-2. Overton was playing deep. He had no chance to get that one. That is RBI number 11 on the year, second in the game for McGuire. And the 2-out hit has a starting over tied at 2, and they've still got a runner in scoring position. Durkin at second, and now McGuire at first. But Verbeck has been rehabbing, has been throwing, and told that we will likely see him in relief sometime this weekend. Here's Brandon Hughes, 0 for 1. Lines it down the left field line, foul. Up onto the grassy knoll out there where in warmer days, as the spring and summer roll on, there will be children everywhere diving after that ball. Here at the ballpark at Fluor Field, you can't see if someone is throwing because the bullpens are out behind the outfield fence area. Down and in, 1-1. The only way you get a clue is if the catcher throwing the ball back to the pitcher, as he normally does, puts a little bit of an arc on it. You can see it rise above the fence line as it goes back to the pitcher. Pitch down and in again, 2 balls and a strike. It's 82 pitches for Gaddis. He has been fighting himself here in innings 4 and 5 a little bit. 2-2 ball game. Spartans with runners at first and second, 2 down. Off-speed pitch, and he had him out in front and chopped it foul behind the plate. 2-2. Good to have you with us on our flagship station, Fox Sports 1440. Any of our online outlets, watching the video stream on YouTube, thank you for tuning in. Good ball game going on here. 2-2 pitch. Boy, wanted the outside corner there and didn't get the call. Whitehead held it there for an extra second, but Craig Barron ruled it outside, so that runs the count full, and with 2 outs, the runners will be in motion. McGuire at first, Durkin at second. They're off the payoff pitch, down and in, ball 4. And that is the second walk of the game for Gaddis. He has walked 2, he has hit 2. Now for the second straight inning, he's got a bases loaded jam to deal with. Last inning it was with 1 out. He escaped without any runs. They've already scored a run in this inning. And now the walk loads him up with 2 down for Chad Roskelly, who's grounded to third and was hit by a pitch in the last inning. So the right-handed batter a chance to strike a blow for the Spartans, and first pitch down and away, ball 1. Kind of surprised we haven't seen Caleb Davis or Brett Harker go out and try and talk to Gaddis and calm him down a little bit. Here's the 1-0. Way high. 2 balls and no strikes. And now, almost as if he was listening, Brett Harker calls time, and the head coach will go out and talk to his junior right-hander. So just a reminder again, while we have a moment, that the Furman broadcast tomorrow at Latham Stadium will be 5 o'clock video stream with Scott Cole providing the commentary. The video stream will be the only outlet. Meeting over. 2 balls and no strikes. Bases loaded, no place to put Ross Kelly. And he's swinging at the 2-0 and he pops it up. Behind the plate, Whitehead sheds the mask, makes the catch, and the inning is over. But the Spartans get a run on 2 hits, no errors, 3 left. And we are off to the bottom of the 5th, 2-2 the score. Furman and Michigan State. You're listening to Paladins Baseball on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Dan Scott here to tell you that I have found my breakfast place in the Travelers Rest area, the Hungry Drover. Located at the intersection of Tigerville Road and Highway 290, the Hungry Drover features local eggs, raw milk, homemade breads, and of course their famous gigantic omelets. If it's lunch you crave, check out the barbecue, tomato pie, and the made-from-scratch desserts. And don't forget dinner on Friday nights. Find the full menu and operating hours at hungrydrover.com and like them on Facebook. For catering, call John at 864-901-5040 and enjoy the farm fresh eating experience in the heart of Travelers Rest. That is the Hungry Drover.
If you've been sidelined with an injury, sore joint, or back pain, the experts of Piedmont Orthopedic Associates can offer you both surgical and non-surgical care to get you moving again. Piedmont Orthopedic Associates' 15 surgeons and 2 spine physicians are all board certified and are committed to providing you with excellent orthopedic care. Visit us online at getmovingwithpoa.com.
We are halfway through this Friday night encounter in downtown Greenville. 2-2 the score, Furman and Michigan State. Dan Scott with you here on the broadcast, and it's top of the order for the Paladins. Grote, Kay, and Crawford against Alex Troop, who has seen his teammates scratch and claw back from a 2-0 deficit to tie the game. Grote 0 for 2. A bounce out to third and a strikeout, and he takes a strike from the lefty. 0-1. Troop has struck out 5. He's walked 1. Has allowed 6 hits. Swing and a miss. Pitch telling away from Grote. He's behind 0-2. Got a nice note from Sadie and Tori, listening in Delta Township. That's in the Lansing, East Lansing area. Ball 1. Currently 23.4 degrees. Going to make sure you get that 0.4 in there. Want it to be as warm as possible. Just go green, she says, or they say. 2-2 to Grote. And ball 3 down and in. If you'd like to drop us a line, FurmanBaseball@yahoo.com. FurmanBaseball@yahoo.com, or you can tweet us at Dan Scott Show. Payoff pitch to Grote, trying to become a leadoff base runner. And he fouls it out of play to the right. Furman will play Tennessee Martin tomorrow at 5 o'clock. In the early game, Michigan State and PC will get together. Chopper towards short. Ando waits, gets the big hop, scored in the first, struck out swinging in the second. Between innings, Michigan State dispatched what looked like to be almost half of its bench out to the bullpen area, so their pitchers are out there if needed. Furman's pitchers have been out in the bullpen in right field pretty much the entire game. Ball outside, 1-1. Alex in our game day operations mode just tweeted at me. Swing and a miss, 1-2. He was back landing Kay's base hit, which was well struck in the first inning. The first hit he gave up. And there's another one that he hit pretty good into right field for a base hit with one out. Outside of that, it's been a couple of bloops and a couple of infield hits. Now Jake Crawford, who has 2 of the 7 hits and has scored a run. Last time up, he hit that rope down the third baseline that became mostly probably something along the lines of, I'm the grad assistant here, don't get me fired by getting picked off. Swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. Furman with 2 runs in the bottom of the first. Michigan State a run in the top of the second, 1 here in the top of this 5th. Swing and a miss, way out in front of another changeup. No balls and 2 strikes. He is in fine shape because he dove off to his left, speared it, took a hit away from Crawford. And now Harker coming out to talk to John Mary, the third base umpire, who's in the middle of the diamond. It was a very close play at second. He thought that Kay beat the throw. Not the case, as Brett out talking with John right now, and whatever John said apparently just like Gaddis in the top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th coming up, or actually the top of the 7th coming up. We've completed 6 here at Fluor Field. Paladins and Spartans all tied at 2 apiece. Let's say goodbye to our friends on Periscope, and we will be back after this on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Hey Furman fans, it's baseball season. Here at Ingalls, we know that as you root for the home team, sometimes you want more than just peanuts and Cracker Jack. And while we do deliver on your favorite ballpark classics, we're proud to offer a packed lineup of everything you need to make your next meal a home run. Ingalls, a proud sponsor of Furman Baseball and the official grocery store of Furman Athletics. Go Dins!
The Atlanta Bread Company at Cherrydale Point offers a dining experience that will have you coming back for more time and time again. Everything is freshly made on site, including the different varieties of bread and all the baked goodies. And the menu, Atlanta Bread Company offers a wide variety from hot soups and chili to hot and cold sandwiches and paninis. Even breakfast selections topped off with your choice of piping hot coffees. Come see for yourself. You'll love it. The Atlanta Bread Company at Cherrydale Point, proud sponsors of the Furman Paladins and the Dan Scott Show. Six inning totals for Furman: 2 runs, 7 hits, an error. They've stranded 5. Michigan State, 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. The Spartans have left 7. New pitcher for the Paladins. The Atlanta Bread Company call to the bullpen brings on Billy Greenfield in relief of Will Gaddis. As we start the 7th, Greenfield, no record of .579 earned run average. 9 in the 3rd inning, 7 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned. Has struck out 9, walked 3, and opponents hitting just .206 against him. First batter he faces is the leadoff hitter, Danny Gleaves, and he swings and misses at a pitch up. Billy Greenfield has made 5 appearances. 4 of them have been excellent. His last appearance, there's a drive, and Michigan State leads. Off the back of the new seating on top of the Green Monster, a no-doubter from Gleaves. Just like that, the Spartans are on top 3-2. I was going to say that Greenfield had given up 5 runs. Let me check that and make sure. Yeah, 5 runs in his last outing, the last 3 coming on a 3-run home run by Dan Shea, their left fielder. after a pair of walks. And here the long ball haunts him again. A leadoff homer by Gleaves, his first of his collegiate career. And Michigan State leads for the first time 3-2. Dan Durkin takes ball one. The next pitch, breaking ball, strike on the inside corner, 1-1. Gaddis goes 6 innings, allows 4 hits, 2 runs earned, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, hit 2 batters. Foul out of play left side. 102 pitches, only 63 strikes, 3-2. Durkin swings and hits one back into left center field. Overton in the gap, the center fielder makes the running catch, and there's one out. Yeah, there are some home runs that are green monster home runs that would be outs in other parks. That ball that Gleaves hit did not need any help. The seating on top of the green monster looks like it's 3-tiered, and it hit in the 3rd tier, or whatever the last tier of seating is. That's what it hit. First pitch to Bikina is a ball, 1 for 3, and he takes it down and in, 2 balls and no strikes. That's the thing about early season baseball and early number of innings. Ground ball by the mound into center field, a base hit. They've had good swings at Billy Greenfield here early on. All it takes is one bad outing to inflate the old earned run average. And that's what Billy saw last week, and is off to a rather inauspicious start here in this one. Now Zach McGuire, who's homered, flied to center, and singled in a run, 2 RBIs. Right-handed batter. And the first pitch to him, he's wailing on it, and he fouls it back to the screen. So no balls and a strike. And there's strike 2 called. And Billy jumps out 0-2. Final now up in Lexington, Virginia. VMI blanks George Washington 10-0. Bottom of the 8th inning, Florida A&M leading and batting over East Tennessee State 7-3. Chopper off the glove of Greenfield to Griffith as he was shading up the middle, steps on the bag at second, throws to first, and that is a double play. 1-4-3. Rather unconventional, but they got it done, and the inning is over. They get 2 hits and the big run on the homer by Gleaves. Nobody left. 7th inning stretch time here at Fluor Field. Paladins trailing for the first time. Michigan State on top 3-2 here on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
I was surprised recently when I learned that Americans spend $80 billion a year on illegal sports gambling. Sure, that's spread out over millions of gamblers, but still it makes you wonder where that money's coming from. Unfortunately, too often it's coming from money that was intended to buy groceries, pay the mortgage, or even put children through college. If gambling's had a negative impact on your life, call the SC Gambling Hotline toll-free at 877-452-5155. Help is confidential and available 24 hours a day. A message from the South Carolina Department of Alcohol and Other Drug Abuse Services.
Palmetto Pride, South Carolina's anti-litter and beautification organization, would like you to do your part to help keep South Carolina beautiful. Don't litter. Report litter bugs and litter hotspots by calling the Litter Buster hotline at 1-877-7-LITTER or by using our Trash Tracker app.
No one trashes South Carolina. No one trashes my state.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Furman trailing for the first time, 3-2, and the Paladins will be hitting off of a new pitcher, Jake Lowry, coming out of the Michigan State bullpen. 6'3", 235-pound junior from Howell, Michigan. Lowry on the season, making his 4th appearance. He's 1-0, a .338 earned run average, 8 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 9 strikeouts, 2 walks, and opponents hitting just 143 against him. His first opponent is number 8 hitter Sims Griffith, who has singled and bounced to short. And it's ball 1. And there's strike 1 called. 1 ball, 1 strike. Troop was outstanding. Ball in the dirt, 2-1. 6 innings for the sophomore left-hander. 7 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned. Walked 1, struck out 6. Through 95 pitches, and 70 of them were strikes. 3-1 the count to Griffith, leading off, trying to get on base and put himself in position to score the tying run in his tracks. Pitch. Ground ball right side. Durkin to his left. Back on the grass. Fields and throws, and he got him. Nice play. 1 out. So here's Chadwick Word, who was struck out swinging and flied to right in 2 times up. So while Gaddis will get a no decision in this game, Troop is in line for a win if his bullpen can hold on to this 1-run lead in the late innings. Breaking ball by everybody back to the backstop. Bottom of the 7th, and Word chops one over the mound, backhanded by Durkin behind the bag. Off balance throw, and he got him. That ankle must be feeling fine. 2 down. Nice play by Durkin. Throw a little low, but no trouble for McGuire. So he's made a nice play going to his left. He's made a nice play going to his right. And now here's Carter Grote, who's 0 for 3 and really struggling a bit. On Tuesday at Upstate, he was 1 for 5. That 1 hit was a triple. Takes a strike here. Had an infield single in the final game of the Monmouth series. So 2 hits in his last 12 at-bats. Breaking ball low. Two hits in his last 16 at-bats. It's nobody on. Bottom of the 7th, Furman down 3-2 to Michigan State. Scoreboard said 97 on that fastball from Lowry. 2-2. Break-even pitch. Laid off a slider down and away, 3-2 the count. From a 97-mile-an-hour fastball to an 82-mile-an-hour breaking ball. So the count full to Carter Grote. And the payoff pitch. And he struck him out swinging. Gas upstairs at 94, and he foul-tipped it into the mid of Byers. So Lowry comes on, retires the side in order, and we've completed 7 at Fluor Field. Paladins now trailing at 3-2. And we're back after this on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
When it comes to commercial vehicles, break through the clutter with a new Sprinter Worker from Freightliner. Otherwise, your work van isn't getting it done. The Sprinter Worker carries over a ton and a half, with over 300 cubic feet of space and unmatched safety. It starts at just $32,495, with a service interval of up to 20,000 miles. Huge capacity, starting at just $32,495. From Christopher Trucks, Whitehorse at I-85, ChristopherTrucks.com.
Spill Zero or click SpiritCom.com. Spirit Communications is a proud sponsor of Furman Athletics.
Spirit Communications, keeping you connected.
Billy Greenfield back out to pitch the 8th for the Paladins. Gave up the homer to Danny Gleaves, leading off the 7th. That right now is the difference in this ball game. Gave up a 1-out single to Pequena, but got McGuire to bounce into a 1-4-3 double play and a ground ball right at a drawn-in Jake Crawford at third. Guns him out. Brandon Hughes out on one pitch. Hit it hard, but right at Crawford. Continuing to update the SoCon scores. Greensboro batting bottom of the 8th, still trailing Maryland Eastern Shore 3-2. Oop, check it. Just updated, and they've put a 4 spot up. It's now 6-3, and they're still batting. Pop up by Ross Kelly. Griffith back on the outfield grass about 10 or 12 feet, puts it away. And 2 down, second baseman equal to the task. Western Carolina, Eastern Carolina, battle of directional Carolinas. 3-3 in Greenville, North Carolina. Pirates ranked 18th in the country. Indiana, a 7-2 lead over Samford, bottom of the 5th inning down in Birmingham. Here's Jim Lewski, and he takes a strike from Greenfield. Wofford leading Pittsburgh 3-1, top of the 6th in Spartanburg. Strike 2 call in the inside corner. Citadel continuing to lead at the College of Charleston 1-0, bottom of the 6th. And Mercer and Austin Peay just about ready to get underway. 0-2 pitch, way outside. He hit the backstop on the fly. 1-2. Trying for a 1-2-3 inning. 1-2 pitch, and he struck him out swinging. Got him to chase a pitch up, and a nice bounce back inning for Greenfield. Quick and easy. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Furman still needs a run. It's 3-2 Michigan State. And you're listening to the Furman IMG Sports Network.
If you've been sidelined by an injury, the St. Francis Sports Medicine team is here 24/7 to get you back on the field. Our highly trained network of physicians, athletic trainers, and physical therapists treat all types of sports-related injuries, even those that don't occur from playing a sport. Call the St. Francis Hurt Line at 675-HU-RT for priority appointments or at-home advice. Again, that's 675-HU-RT.
There's a reason why year after year more people trust Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Sedan Joyner Realtors to get the job done. It's because we deliver the highest level of real estate services with the utmost integrity, quality, and professionalism. We love what we do, and it shows in every transaction. We've been the undisputed upstate market leader for over 20 years because we do what's right.
Well, here in the middle of the 8th inning at Fluor Field, like they do at Fenway in Boston, they serenade the crowd with Sweet Caroline. Depending on the shape of some of the folks in the stands as the summer gets rolling and the taps are flowing, they might as well be singing Sweet Adeline. Pitch upstairs, a ball. He topped out at 97 according to the scoreboard radar gun here in the last inning. Breaking ball strike. 1-1 the count. They're playing Landon the other way in the outfield. There's another breaking ball on the inside corner strike. It's 1-2. Really swung around the other way. If he were to pull one that got by the third baseman into the corner, Danny Gleaves would have an awful long way to go get it. Instead, he chops one towards the charging Ando at short. His throw in time, and there's one down. Now Crawford 2 foot, and the walk goes by the boards. We go to the ninth. Furman still trailing it 3-2. You're listening to the Furman IMG Sports Network.
You can party hardy at your next Paladin Tailgate Extravaganza with ABC Party Rentals and Amusements. ABC can set you up with tents, chairs, tables, even Furman table linens to let everyone know your blood runneth purple. How about some inflatables or mechanical rides for the kids to really make it special? ABC Party Rentals is conveniently located near Woodruff Road and I-385. When you tailgate at a Furman football game, do it right with ABC Party Rentals and Amusements. Don't wait. Check them out now at abcgreenville.com.
Dan Scott here to tell you that I have found my breakfast place in the Travelers Rest area, the Hungry Drover. Located at the intersection of Tigerville Road and Highway 290, the Hungry Drover features local eggs, raw milk, homemade breads, and of course their famous gigantic omelets. If it's lunch you crave, check out the barbecue, tomato pie, and the made-from-scratch desserts. And don't forget dinner on Friday nights. Find the full menu and operating hours at hungrydrover.com and like them on Facebook. For catering, call John at 864-901-5040 and enjoy the farm fresh eating experience in the heart of Travelers Rest. That is the Hungry Drover.
Top of the ninth inning, Michigan State coming to bat, leading 3-2. And it'll be 8-9-1 to face Billy Greenfield. Byers, Ando, and Gleaves. I think it's entirely possible that you could see Jake Crawford come in to face Gleaves when we get to that spot in the top of the order. We'll see. Billy had a nice bounce back inning last inning, and his first pitch to Byers is in for a strike. 0-1. Byers has struck out twice and flied to right, all against Will Gaddis. A half swing, and he came up empty there, 0-2. Balls, 2 strikes. Greenfield winds and delivers. High and away. If you're thinking about the Furman ninth in a 3-2 game, you're thinking about 6, 7, and 8 due up. Whitehead, Alley, and Griffith. Ball hit in the air, right field toward the line. Kay on the run, and as he stepped onto the warning track area towards that short corner, he makes the catch, and there's one down. 5 in a row retired by Greenfield now. I would imagine if Lowry, the right-hander, is still out there, we would probably see Jabari Richards hit for Alley in that DH spot, due up second in the inning. Or any right-hander for that matter. Ando 0 for 4, takes it high, ball 1. Has flied to left and struck out twice. Once swinging, once looking. Line drive to right, Landon Kay coming on, makes the head-high catch, 2 down. So now here's the guy who's provided the difference in the game. Danny Gleaves, the first batter that Billy Greenfield faced coming on in the 7th inning, hit one to the back of the new seating area atop the Green Monster. Solo home run that broke a 2-2 tie. And Graham Sykes, the third base coach, has called Gleaves up for a chat. About a quarter of a way up the third baseline. Now he's heading back to the plate. So it's Greenfield facing Gleaves in the first pitch. Bunted, third base side. Greenfield got it. His throw is off target, but it wouldn't have mattered. Gleaves can run, and he beat that out easily, so it's a 2-out single for Gleaves. And with Durkin at the plate and 2 down, you can almost bet that he's going to be running here, whether it's a straight steal or a hit and run of some kind. Get a lefty-lefty matchup, which works in Furman's favor. But you got to believe that Gleaves is going to try to do something to get to second base and see if they can get an insurance run with 2 outs. Got a good lead, and he's gone on the first pitch. Taken for a strike. Whitehead's throw. Oh, it was on the money, and Word dropped it. I don't know they would have gotten him anyway. It was going to be a bang-bang play, but it was literally right on the bag, and he got a glove on it and couldn't hold it. Pitch was taken for a strike, but a stolen base for Gleaves, and that is a big insurance run if they can get him in. Greenfield ahead, no balls and a strike. Pitch. And a little fly ball. Shallow right, going out is Griffith, and the second baseman reaches up and makes the catch. And a good job by Billy Greenfield. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Last roundup time for the Paladins. They trail at 3-2. See if they can rally. We'll find out after this on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Everyone wants to save money. Greenville Heritage Federal Credit Union's Sweetheart Deal will put more cash in your pocket every month. Refinance your current car loan or finance a new car in February and get a 2% rate discount and 60 days with no payment. With rates as low as 1.99%, you could save hundreds of dollars in payments and interest. Call 370-5670 or visit greenvilleheritage.com to find out how much you can save. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, you want to go to Bojangles?
Sure.
Oh, come on. The Bojangler fish fillet sandwich is back.
I just said I wanted to go.
It's a light, flaky, wild-caught Alaskan pollock fillet.
I know. I love the Bojangler.
Served on a toasted buttered bun, and it's only here for a limited time at participating restaurants, so you have to come.
You know what? You've convinced me.
People tell me I'm very persuasive.
I bet they do.
The Bojangler fish fillet sandwich is back. Try one today. Bojangles. It's Bojangler time.
Bottom of the 9th inning, Paladins are going to be hitting off of a new pitcher as Riley McCauley has gotten the call out of the Spartan bullpen. McCauley, a sophomore, 5'11", 205, from Sterling Heights, Michigan. On the season, McCauley 3 appearances, 3 saves, no record, no earned run average, 4 innings, 3 hits, no runs. He has struck out 4, walked 1, and opponents hitting .214 against him. Jake Lowry was excellent. 2 innings, no hits or runs, struck out 2, walked 1. So it's McCauley. Had 2 saves last weekend in the Greensboro series. His 3 saves are tops in the Big Ten and tied for 4th in the NCAA. His first batter he faces is Cam Whitehead, and Cam was trying to tie it with 1 swing, and he came up empty, 0-1. Swinging the fastball up. Whitehead is 0 for 2 with a walk. Hit it hard as last time at the second baseman. Pitch misses a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Whitehead, Richards, as we thought, on deck, and then Griffith. Swing and a miss through the fastball by him again. That one said 91 miles an hour. Slider or something in that situation because he took a great pitch. 1 out. That's the 9th Paladin to strike out. And now, as mentioned, here is Jabari Richards. Finally got his first hit of the season Tuesday at USC Spartanburg, and it was a big one, a 3-run homer in his first at-bat. Takes a strike here. Sims Griffith on deck. Anybody gets on, Chadwick Word would hit. Third baseman Bakina a step beyond the cutout and in on the grass. The 0-1. Strike 2 called on the outside corner. I think Jabari thought both those pitches were a little bit outside, but he's in an 0-2 hole now and hasn't taken the bat off his shoulder. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Took another pitch on the outside corner. Again, he didn't like the call, but all 3 of the strikes were basically in the same spot. And at some point as a hitter, you've got to adjust. And with 2 strikes, you have to protect the plate. So both Whitehead and Richards go down on strikes. And the Paladins is down to their last shot. Here's Griffith, 1 for 3. And he chops it foul third base side. Chadwick Word on deck, hoping to get a chance. Behind him, Carter Grote, but 2 outs, nobody on, and Griffith in a 1-strike hole. McCauley sets the 0-1. Breaking ball down and away. Try to get him to chase a slider, and Sims able to lay off. 1-1. Pitch. In the air, right field, down the line. That's going to drop for a base hit. Big turn by Griffith as Chmielewski had a little bit of trouble getting to the baseball, but finally got it. Griffith wisely put on the brakes, and now Chadwick Word will hit. Well, as legendary Pittsburgh broadcaster Bob Prince used to say, we need a bloop in the blast. Well, there was the bloop. Now let's see if Word might blast one out of here and send the home team home happy. First pitch to him. Way high, ball 1. Also have to see if Griffith is going to be in motion at any stage here. Time called as pitching coach Skylar Meade jogs out to the mound. Carter Grote waiting on deck. So we got a little bit of drama here in the 9th inning. The 2-out bloop single down the right field line has kept Furman alive, and now Word, who has a home run on the season, at the plate representing the winning run. And after McCauley missed badly with the first pitch to Chadwick, Meade jogging out to talk to his pitcher and his entire infield. Question now, will Griffith be running to try to get into scoring position here? Interesting to watch Bakina at third. I mean, he is right on top of the line. So you've got huge holes on both sides of the infield. With the first baseman, McGuire, holding on the runner, and Durkin shading way up the middle. Outfield just about straight away for Word, and now we're ready to go with the count of ball and no strikes. Throw to first and Griffith back. 2 outs. Griffith at first, Bottom of the ninth, Furman down 3-2 to Michigan State. Here's the 1-0 to Chadwick Word. And a swing and a little looping line drive into left field, a base hit. Griffith will turn second and stop there. Back-to-back two-out hits, the tying run in scoring position. And Carter Grote, in the throngs of a 2-for-17 slump, will get a chance to come up here and try and, at the very least, tie this game. And despite 2-for-17, I'm not sure that there's a guy down there that anybody in purple would rather have at the plate in this situation. Leadoff hitter for the Paladins, 0-for-4 tonight, has struck out twice. McCauley steps off, Grote steps out. Pitcher holding the ball in his bare hand, gets the sign, now brings them together under his chin and ready to pitch to Grote. Here it comes, and it's way outside a breaking ball. Ball one, and the backhanded stab by the catcher Byers saved a wild pitch. Good speed on the base paths. Griffith, the tying run at second. Word, the winning run at first with 2 outs. The 1-0 to Grote. Swing and a foul into the netting, just to the right of home plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. McCauley gets a new baseball. He walks back behind the rubber. Says something to his second baseman, wipes his mouth, tugs the bill of his cap, tugs at it again, and now toes the rubber and looks in to Byers for the sign. All the while Grote waving the bat around, waiting on the 1-1. Here it is. And a foul fly out of play, right field side, and Paladins down to their final strike. It's 1-2. Grote out of the box, taking a practice swing, waiting on McCauley to get back on top of the rubber. He's there now. Looking into his catcher for the sign. Now he steps off. Fussing at both the bill and the back of his cap. Now back on. A ball and 2 strikes. He sets and delivers, and it's fouled out of play right side. A 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Jake Crawford on deck. Carter Grote battling. First 2 retired easily on strikeouts looking, but Griffith singles down the right field line. Word singles to left, and that's where we are. 2 on, 2 outs. Paladins down a run in the ninth. The 1-2 pitch again from McCauley to Grote. And he bounced it, and another good stop by Byers. It is 2-2. Well, I'm sure that he does not want to go to 3-2 because then the runners start and anything into the gap and the game is over. So from McCauley's viewpoint, this is rather a late rally but come up short. In the bottom of the ninth inning, Michigan State wins it by a final score of 3-2 to take their first game in this first pitch invitational here this weekend at Fluor Field at the West End. 3-2 the final. Spartans win it. We'll be back to run you through the numbers and wrap it up after this on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Dan Scott here to tell you that I have found my breakfast place in the Travelers Rest area, the Hungry Drover. Located at the intersection of Tigerville Road and Highway 290, the Hungry Drover features local eggs, raw milk, homemade breads, and of course their famous gigantic.
If you've been sidelined with an injury, sore joint, or back pain, the experts of Piedmont Orthopedic Associates can offer you both surgical and non-surgical care to get you moving again. Piedmont Orthopedic